Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Raghu here. In this class, we'll discuss about semi-lattice and lattice. In our previous classes, we clearly discussed about greatest lower bound and least upper bound. Please watch the class and come back here. The link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Coming to today's class, in semi-lattice, we are having two types. The first one is joint semi-lattice. You take a POSET, partially ordered set. On that set, if least upper bound exists for every pair of elements, you take any pair of elements, if least upper bound exists for every pair of elements, then we say it as joint semi-lattice. So we take an example and understand. If you take this example, this is a POSET. So we have constructed the Hussey diagram for the POSET. We are not giving what's the POSET value and the relationship. This is the Hussey diagram. So you take any two pairs, A comma B. What is the least upper bound? E is the least upper bound. So assuming that you already know how to find the least upper bound and greatest lower bound. You take A comma D. What is the least upper bound? D. You take A comma C. What is the least upper bound? E. You take D comma C. Least upper bound is E. You take any two elements, you are having a least upper bound. Then we say it as joint semi-lattice. Similarly, the second one is meet semi-lattice. So you take a POSET. If greatest lower bound exists for every pair of elements, then we say it as meet semi-lattice. Example, you take this diagram 2, 3. What is the least upper greatest lower bound? 1 is the greatest lower bound. You take 2, 4. 1 is the greatest lower bound. You take 2, 5. What is the greatest lower bound? 2 is the greatest lower bound. You take 1, 2. What is the greatest lower bound? 1 is the greatest lower bound. You take any pair of elements, you are having greatest lower bound. Then we say it as meet semi-lattice. Now consider the definition of the lattice. You take a POSET. In that POSET, if both greatest lower bound and least upper bound exist for every pair of elements in a POSET, then we say it as lattice. So if you take any pair of elements, you should have greatest lower bound and you should have least upper bound. Then we say it as a lattice. You take this is the POSET. On this POSET, you take any two elements for C comma D. Let's take example C comma D. So what is the greatest lower bound? Which is E. Greatest lower bound is B. What is the least upper bound? E is the least upper bound. You take any two elements, you are having the greatest lower bound and least upper bound. You do this example for better practice also. Then we say it as lattice. Hope you understand these definitions of lattice and semi-lattice. If you have any questions regarding the concept, please post your questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you.